But let's move on to the transfer news. Now, the big one, which I've been hearing recently, is that obviously Spurs have done a madness with bringing back Gareth Bale. They've done a madness with signing Reguilon. So is there any more space in that squad for Dele Alli? Well, it's looking like PSG are confident that they can get Ali on a 1-year loan deal. However, Jose Mourinho is saying that Ali will stay at Spurs. So, okay, let's firstly talk about how this will affect Spurs. Do you see Ali playing in that team this season?
Yeah, I do. I think,
Where does he
he's
fit?
just more as that number 10. Like, obviously, yeah, he was left out of the squad on the weekend. But I just think Jose was trying something new, giving players like Ndombele a chance.
But if we're talking about Kane kind of changing up his role and Kane and Bale like playing off each other, where's Ali's space in that team? Because Son starts, Kane starts, Bale starts. Those three definitely start. In the midfield, Højbjerg and Winks start because they're like two players who Jose likes. And Ali, he can't play a back line. Obviously, he's a midfielder. And so, and Jose's called Ali lazy many, many times. In the documentary, we saw it. He called Ali lazy many times. I think even the first game of the season, didn't he say that some players were lazy and Ali was brought off at half time?
Yeah, he was.
Does he fit into that squad now? Because I don't really see a role which he can play. Last season, playing him behind the striker, that's where it kind of worked. But if again in Bill, where does Ali fit? I just don't see it.
That's true. The thing is, like, if he was to go to PSG, would he even play there?
That's what I'm thinking. That PSG, they need to sign. Like, they're trying to push for Champions League. That is obviously what they want. Ali isn't a player who's going to help them win Champions League. They need to start if they want to win Champions League. Makes debut against Barnsley. Oh snap! Thiago Silva's good. I think Thiago Silva's going to make a debut against Barnsley. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Like PSG keeps signing like these mediocre players, like Ali. They bought Ali. But now who else? Who else is like mediocre that they've brought in? Choupo-Moting, he's below like average quality.
And the Herrera.
Yeah, Herrera. Like these are players who like you need to be pushing for like you wouldn't be pushing for the Champions League and you're not signing like world beats. Like get in another Mbappe, get in another Neymar, but like maybe one for the defense. Get a Neymar or Mbappe for the midfield. Get a Neymar or an Mbappe for the defense, and then look at players like Ali as squad players. So
yeah, that's very true.
Obviously, it is just reported to be a 1-year loan move. So maybe it's just so then like Ali can keep getting some football under his belt, But I think for Spurs, this will be bad because they need the squad depth. A big issue for them last season was that they didn't have enough depth in the squad, and now that they stand a player like Bale, they're not going to get rid of some of their depth. Like, I don't really get that. I think this can benefit PSG, but I don't think it will benefit them to achieve what they want to achieve, like with their club.
Well, yeah, that's interesting because like yesterday I was listening on the radio to that Ali to PSG thing, and his space in the Tottenham team. And like they were saying how like he's not really gonna get into that PSG team, like especially when all the players get fit. Especially in the Tottenham team, he's not gonna get a lot of game time if Bale is gonna come in, be starting week in week out.
Yeah.
So they were saying how like he should go on loan to like a Villa or a.
I think that's too. He's too good for the team. Like,
but that's too low. Like that's what I mean. Like that's too low. A team like Brighton, I don't really think that they need him.
I think
go to a Newcastle.
If Spurs are going to loan him out, they will loan him out to a team who is playing Champions League football. Firstly, because like that won't be direct competition to Spurs because Spurs aren't in Champions League, and secondly, so then Ali is still playing top tier football because if Spurs are going to hope for that Champions League spot next season, they're not going I to come
Yeah.
back after playing for a mid-table or after like after being in a relegation battle.
It's true. Well, like, it's more of a thing where it's not. It's more of who is Ali gonna play for.
Yeah.
If Tottenham is not for him this season, it's who, like, really and truly. If PSG don't want the deal in the end, no
But
other team has really
PSG,
said
but
that he's
PSG are
interested.
confident that they will get him. They said they're confident.
You never know. Like, things could change.
Yeah.
The deal might not happen. So like it's who, and if Ali's sitting on the bench the whole season.
Yeah, that just won't do good things. It won't do good things for him. It won't do good things for Tottenham. Like, it just won't be good in general.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the question is who. Like, really. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So next transfer we'll discuss is some departures from Chelsea. So Hudson-Odoi is said to not be happy with the lack of game time he's playing, and Bayern Munich have said that they're going to re-spark their interest in the winger. Now, I don't know if we touched on this last week. I can't remember, but sorry. What I don't get is if it's game time that he wants, why is he gonna go to Bayern Munich where they have Gnabry, where they have Sane, where they have Koeman, where they have like all these other players who can play in his position? Surely, if he really wants game time, then he would want fight. I don't want to see him leave Chelsea because I think he's a sick player. If he wants game time, then why would he go to a team where he is maybe even less likely to get game time?
I don't know, man. Like, honestly, there's things where you question like footballers, I remember. I can't remember who exactly it was, but it was like they weren't getting game time at their club, and I think Bayern Munich was a club that they wanted to go to, and they weren't a player like that. I'm thinking, like, where you really and truly, if you go Bayern Munich, you're not gonna play.
Wait, was it James or Coutinho? Was it one of those two?
No, it wasn't one of the, it was a player that it was a young player.
Oh,
And they
okay.
haven't really established themselves properly at their club. I can't remember who it was, but I mean, like,
Talisa? I'm trying to think of names.
you got more of a chance of playing at Chelsea than you do at Bayern Munich. Like, I don't understand the thought process in that decision.
I get his frustration because obviously Chelsea have just gone in and we signed another winger in. There's only can play on the wing. We've then signed Havertz, and we've been playing Havertz our position instead of starting Hudson-Odoi. So I do kind of see his frustrations in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, without a doubt, like, you're a young player, you want to be playing first team football, but
Yeah.
I feel like his thought process in where he wants to go to play football is completely wrong, because you're not gonna get game time at Bayern Munich with Gnabry, Sane, Koeman, who can play in your positions. Gnabry, he doesn't get injured the whole season.
Yeah.
Very consistent player.
Sane,
Davis can. Sane.
He literally
go on.
he was sick in his first game. That ain't no win. He was amazing.
Exactly, and you got Davies you can play there as well. So,
Yeah.
like, what are the chances of him starting over any one of the four?
I think he will
Well,
have
like,
to
really
work
and truly,
hard, really
A
hard.
team that he might get game time is more like Leipzig.
Yeah.
That is Champions League football as well. You got to remember that, or Leverkusen. Yeah, I feel like probably the best league to go to if he wants to play game time other than the Premier is probably the Bundesliga.
Yeah, because that's still like a league where he'll be challenged every week. And it's still a high quality league. But maybe one team could go to is the next team, which we're going to speak about, which is Wolves. Now, obviously, Wolves this week lost Jota to Liverpool. What do you think about that signing, by the way, Jota to Liverpool?
That's a good signing for Liverpool, to be honest. Jota's a good player. I think he's very underrated.
Obviously, we spoke earlier about how Liverpool don't have a lot of depth in that forward line. They've now gone and signed Jota. I think I also saw them linked to another attacker. I can't remember who. It slipped my mind. I saw on Sky
Usman
Sports.
Dembele.
That's it, Dembele. That's it. Yeah. But yeah, so it's clear that they're going for depth right now. But Wolves might sign Douglas Costa to replace Jota
Yeah, I saw that.
after Pirlo has told Costa that he's not in his plans. Now Douglas Costa, what do you think? Do you think he'll be good at?
That is a if Wolves make that signing, honestly, that is a signing.
It will be a really good signing.
That-
Like it will just
that is a
show that
signing.
Wolves. I'm just trying to find his age. He is.
They're that team.
He's
Like,
30.
Wolves are that team. Like, you know, it's not a bad signing. You know, he's experienced.
Yeah, he's got the highest level.
That's one thing. Exactly. Like, he's playing with the best players in the world.
However, last season in Serie A, 23 games, 1 goal, 4 assists.
Wait, one goal. What?
1 goal, 4 assists.
I know the stats are not the best, but he was a player more of like he does that the work that's not recorded, like goals and assists.
Like a Mason Mount. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like he was that sort of player. Like, because when he did play, he played sick. Like, he was very effective.
Okay, all right.
I saw him in Champions League. So and especially like based in the team that Wolves, like the way they set up. You know, if he was to play in that left forward position, he would get a whole lot of goals.
Imagine that pace and
Whole lot of
dribbling
assists.
ability. On the right side, you got ClemJr with that pace and that dribbling. Then on the left side, you'll have Costa with that pace and that dribbling. Oh, that'll be scary on both sides, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But then a confirmed signing by Wolves today was Nelson Semedo, another Portuguese player added to basically the Portuguese national team at this point at Wolves. Obviously, they lost Doherty, and they've been playing Traore in that right wing back spot. Is this a signing to come and start straight away, or is he like going to challenge Traore for that right wing back spot? Like, how's this gonna work?
No, I feel like you know, Traore, we all know he's not a right wing back, and like you could tell based on the way he played against City, he wasn't a right wing back, but he done his job.
Yeah.
But you know, he was playing at right full with Pedro Neto. Like, he's only 19, he's still young.
Yeah.
Traore is more experienced than Neto in that position. So I feel like that would just, you know, push Traore on. Semedo would come in, play right wing back, because he is a right back.
Yeah.
You know.
So he's more like experienced
like
that position.
Yeah, so it would be more of a pushing Traore on to play that right wing, and Semedo coming straight in to play that right wing back position.
Yeah, I see that. I think it's a good signing for him because he'll be coming to get game time at Barcelona. He clearly struggled at Barcelona. You know, he wasn't really getting all the game time. He wasn't really he wasn't even really playing that well a lot of the time. So like coming in, Nuno is a good manager. Like, you've seen the way that he transformed Traore, seen the way that like Jimenez has started the season really well. I think that Semedo can be good at Wolves. Plus, he'll be with like his Portuguese teammates, so you know, just that chemistry will be like there will always be some form of chemistry there already.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. So you mentioned Usman Dembele a little bit earlier. I saw that he was linked to Liverpool, but also linked to Man United, as United seek for a replacement for their Sancho transfer, because he was like they've just completely messed up the Sancho deal. Now, I don't think Dembele is definitely not better than Sancho. Definitely not.
Yeah, he's not. But you know, like Dembele at Barcelona, it's been a complete fail, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been a calamity.
Dortmund, he was arguably the best young player at the time. He's gone to Barcelona, like, you know, there was a lot of pressure on him, you know, replacing Neymar.
And he was like, how much?
Yeah.
He was like 100 and something million
Exactly.
euros. He was really expensive.
Exactly. It's a lot of pressure, to put on a young player. I think, for him and his career, Man United would probably be a better option than Liverpool.
Yeah.
And especially how Man United, they need a right wing, or they want a right wing. So he can just slot right there. I feel like Man
And
United would probably be the better option for him.
I think that if Dembele, because one issue that he had at Barca, was his attitude. So if he can come with a new attitude, if he can keep off the injury table, then I think he can show his potential again. Especially in that United team, which does that play on the counter attack, his speed, his dribbling ability, and even like we were talking about earlier, how like United they can't play counter attack against the smaller teams. Someone like him who has that dribbling ability, if you give him the ball, then he can do something. Then that French link up with Pogba as well. I think him going to United, like you said, would be better than him going to Liverpool. And I do think that if United know that they can't get Sancho this summer, then they should go for Dembele, because who knows, maybe this season Dembele will have an amazing season under Koeman. We don't know what's gonna happen. And next season, one thing that we can be sure of is that other clubs will be interested in Sancho. So if United are really serious about getting a right winger, then they should just go now and just go and sign Dembele if they know that they can't get Sancho.